I cannot find my tripod. I cannot find my tripod. I do not know what I've done with her. So I'm going to try to put you on my open laptop and see how that goes. I don't know what I've done with it, girl. Let's try to put you down. Now, I'm sure you have noticed that my channel has really, really evolved. It's really changed. There we go. Oh, hi ladies, it's Ziva here. Welcome back to my channel, honey. Now, my channel has really changed, okay? Since I first started my channel, which was literally about 6 or 7 years ago, it's really evolved. Now, the last couple of years, my channel has always been aimed towards women becoming their best versions, okay? Now, this also involves dating, because who you are dating is very telling to the kind of confidence that you have as a woman, how highly you rate yourself, what you think about yourself. That's very indicative of that, okay? So if you didn't know that, the person you're dating, how they treat you, how they feel about themselves, okay, how they treat themselves also, this is very telling about you. So it also goes into mentality, how you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself. You know, do you think highly of yourself? Do you think that you are kind of really somebody special? Are you special to yourself? You know, are you putting yourself first? Are you making decisions in your own best interest? Are you doing that? Now, I think that the reason why I'm so passionate about this, the reason why I want women to kind of all have this where they feel like they are number one, their number one priority, is because since I've been like that and I've had that in my own life, you know, when you get older, you kind of just are more open to loving every single part of yourself. I think that does come with age, and now I'm in my 30s, you know, things are just different, and you can kind of really see things with more of a bird's eye view. Now, for me, because there are some people who are my age who still do not have some clarity on things, you know, so it's not always about age, but in my case, I think it is. I think I've kind of grown into things. Now, and also I'm intuitive, baby, so there's that. Now, one thing that I have noticed is that sometimes what we're doing as women, even when we're dating beneficially. What you're wearing, how you're acting, how you're being, it's all aimed about it's all about this person, it's all about them. But I'm here to tell you that it's actually all about you, okay? It's all about you. And I want to make sure that the next time you're going into any dating situation, whether you are dating, whether it's a date, whether you are going into a relationship, whatever you're doing, if you already have a man and you're like, when you wake up tomorrow or from this second moving forward, I want it to be about you. Let's speak about that a bit more. Now, naturally, men always want something, okay? And you know what that is. You know precisely what that is. And you know that if you met a man tomorrow and you said, look, bedroom activities are off the table for the next 5 years, do you still want to get to know me? You know that they're not going to want to get to know you, okay? If you told your husband bedroom activities are off the table for the foreseeable future, he's probably going to start secretly looking into other avenues to get that thing that he craves. So we all know that men always have an underlining agenda. So it's important that you put yourself first, always. Whether you're married, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're dating, whether you're going on your first date, whatever it is, whether you're single and just enjoying that thing, whatever it is, you put yourself first. I want to speak about women being overly promiscuous. I want to speak about that, or dressing overly like in a very, provocative way. I want to speak about that just very, very briefly, because I have seen a couple of people out when I've been out on my dates. I've seen a couple of other people out on dates, and it looks like they're definitely on a first date. But what the women are wearing, it's just showing me and the men that you are low in confidence. It's showing me that, because when you actually feel like you have to have your chest out, wear a short skirt as well, so it looks like you're going to a club, but you're going to a restaurant, and you're sitting there, it's kind of like you're a vessel, I don't think that those women are putting themselves first. Okay, I think that it's all about them, pleasing them. Okay, it's all about the man, being sexy to him, doing girl. Okay, because we want to be sexy, but we also want to be classy, and we also want this man to understand that what you're doing is for yourself. Okay, men are going to respect a woman like that much more than they will respect a woman who they think is just doing everything for them. Okay, and I'm speaking about dress sense as well, because men think that what they see is what they're going to get. They take women at face value. So you must remember this when you are buying and putting on your clothing and you're heading out on these dates. You must remember this and keep this in mind. Okay. Now, one thing that I have realized, because this is something that I have, I've come to realize, is that when I have gone out on a date and I've really had everything bouncing around, flopping out on the table, or I'm really wearing something and I'm just trying so hard to look so sexy or something, and I'm putting all of my focus on that person and impressing them with my look, I feel like it just diminishes the whole package. For me, I've noticed that the best thing to do is have an element of sex appeal. Have your hair done, your makeup done, and then with your clothing have an element of sex appeal. So you might have a bit of this out, you might just have shoulders, or you might have a mini skirt and be more covered up on top. Okay, so I think it's about the balance, and then you're going to be respected more, because men understand that, okay, she is just naturally sexy and classy, then, it leaves something to the imagination rather than you showing them everything. So they don't need any imagination. They kind of feel like they've already had you in a sense. So I just want to make it very clear, ladies, that even when we are putting on our makeup, we're putting our hair on, or just doing our hair, whatever, if you're not wearing wigs, when we're putting our clothing on, it's about us. Even if we want to be approached that day, we want to be approached by the kind of man who will fit into our lives, the kind of man who we want to choose to spend our time with. Okay, so everything you're doing is for yourself. And I want you to remember this when you're going on dates, when you're going out, maybe, you're going into like a luxury shopping center, and you're going into like one of the restaurants there or something, and you're actually wanting to be approached that day. You're kind of sitting at the bar in the restaurant, and just having, it doesn't have to be alcoholic. I want to make this very clear. People seem to think that when you go to a bar you have to drink alcohol. You don't have to drink alcohol. You could even have an orange juice. Okay, maybe you could even ask them to put it into a flute glass or something. But when you're doing that and you're wanting to be approached, you're still doing it for yourself. And I want you to understand this, because you are trying to advertise for the kind of man that you want, because it's about you. You have to wake up in life thinking, me, what do I want? What's the best avenue for myself? What are the clothes that I want to wear to represent who I am, to represent my confidence, my self-esteem, how I feel about myself, how you as a man should treat me? Because like I said, men take everything at face value. We know as women that a woman could go out nude and it doesn't mean that she wants to French Connection UK, but men would not understand that. And to be honest, sometimes I think a lot of the time when women are doing it, they're just doing it for other women. And because if you're really doing it for men, you're giving them an impression that I'm sure will be a waste of your time in the long run. So I feel like it's mainly for women, and that's very silly if you are doing it for women, because you're supposed to be doing it for yourself and the best outcome. Unless you're dating women, you're supposed to be doing it for yourself and the best outcome for yourself, right? I want to really hone in on confidence, because we're coming up to the end of the month. We're all 19th of December 2024 right now, and women are still nervous to go out by themselves. Now, I don't have the whole friend setup situation, and I'm fine with it because I don't want it at this point in my life anyway. I'm very happy with not really having any friends. I have like some acquaintances, whatever. I'm very happy with my setup right now, and I live life going out by myself because I don't really have girlfriends to go out with. Okay, yes, I go out with my sisters here and there, but one of them has a baby and the other one is married, so they are really busy, you know, and I do find myself spending a lot of time by myself. I just do, and I'm okay with it. But the thing is that I am okay with it. It won't stop me from living my life, because I'm able to go out, eat by myself. I can go to a bar by myself. I can go to the cinema by myself. I can go traveling by myself. Anything you think of, I can do by myself. I can go to charity dinners by myself, wine tastings, supper clubs. Anything you think of, I can do it by myself. But can you? Now, this is the level of confidence that I want the women on my channel, and well, women generally, to get to, where you can just take yourself out to a cafe, sit down, have a full English breakfast, or your eggs royale, whatever it is, have your your orange juice, and sorry, I had a thought about something, so it made me laugh, but you can have your orange juice and you can do that blissfully. Why can't you do that? I want women to get to the point where you can just go out and just live your life and remember that you're doing it for yourself. If you're hungry, the sun is shining, it's a crispy, fresh air day, but it's bright and sunny, and it's the morning, you want to go out and have a nice breakfast, but you don't have anybody to go with, get out the house and do it. This is the point I want women to get to, where you start putting yourself first, not other people's opinions, not thinking that, okay, it looks like I'm by myself or I can't eat alone. Why can you not eat alone? You eat alone when you're at home, right? So you're just putting yourself into a different room with members of the public, and you're eating there. So I don't understand why women are still not able to do this, and not all women, but some. I want you to push yourselves, ladies, before this year has finished, to go out by yourself, even if it is to your local cafe, to have a hot chocolate. I want you to push yourself to do it. I want you to get to the point where you mentally are living life for you, okay? In every sense of that. You're living life for yourself. You're dressing for what you know will entice the man who you want, okay? That's the first thing. The second thing, of course, well, really, the first thing is you're putting yourself first. It's the mentality aspect. That is the most important thing in life, right? To be happy with yourself, committed to yourself, loving yourself, liking yourself, and having your best interests. First and foremost, that is actually the most important thing. After that, physicalities, okay? How am I presenting myself? You know, is this an honorable person, you know, in terms of the person I want to be? Am I being honorable to myself? Am I honorably presenting myself to the world how I really want to be portrayed? Okay. I know that not every day is going to be soft glam. Not every day is going to be wigs. Not every day is going to be, you know, big juicy kind of lips that you've taken your time to do. By the way, my makeup took me about 15 minutes today. I'm getting so much quicker at doing my makeup now because not every day you want to sit there for an hour in the mirror. You just want to kind of get out, and so I'm kind of perfecting that. But then some days it might take me 2 hours. So anyway, when I'm kind of like enjoying it, listening to music, having a good time, not really 2 hours, like an hour. Anyway, the point is that you can put your best foot forward physically in a very short space of time. You don't need a million years to kind of present yourself to the world and push yourself to go out by yourself. Have a day for yourself that you will be proud of. One thing about my channel is that initially it was something that I started to not be proud of. It really was. My channel, I started to think that it seemed like a negative place, and I wanted my channel to expand and evolve and to help women to become their best versions and to love themselves, put themselves first, to date accordingly. Okay, date beneficially, date a man who really appreciates you, who really likes you, who really wants to do things for you, who really is attracted to you, who really wants to improve your life, who wants to enhance it, okay, who really is putting you on a pedestal essentially. That is something that you should have, okay. And I realized that initially in the early days my videos, I think they were just low vibrational, in the sense that I hadn't fully come into the woman I am now yet, so I still had a more limited mindset on things, but now I don't, you know. So it's definitely about realizing that you really must make sure that you do something right now that you will be proud of. Okay, you do something today you'll be proud of. You dress in a way today that you'll be proud of tomorrow, okay? Or to get the outcome that you want. Everything is supposed to be positive. It's supposed to be where you are impressing yourself first and foremost with yourself. You're just impressed with yourself. These things are going to give you the push to be able to go out like I do. I can go anywhere I want, by myself, with people, whatever. I can feel confident, comfortable. I can feel great about myself. Jealousy aspects, I mentioned in, I think, my last video or something, that I used to be a jealous person, like so badly, and now I don't have. I think everybody can have a jealous tendency, you know, because I think we can kind of tap into different thought patterns. We can all kind of tap into those. But Do I feel like I'm a jealous person? If I saw a woman today who I thought looked really lovely, would I feel jealous and envious of her? No. Because when you get to a point where you kind of feel like, well, I'm something to look at, you know, I'm somebody. I love my personality. I love who I am, blah, blah, blah. That's a positive place to be at. And this channel is supposed to get you there. Okay, it's designed now, since recent years, to get you to that point. But I'm going to love you and leave you here, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I will have styling videos coming as well. I have so many videos on my to-do list, very exciting things to speak about, and I cannot wait to come back and help you ladies evolve. Okay, be happy with yourselves, have nice dating experiences. I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to love you and leave you here, and I'll see you in my next video.